Hi, my name's Alan, and today I was thinking about a story about when I was younger. I was probably 18 or 19, and my friend Mike really always pulled me along into a new adventure, into a new situation. But Michael was that kind of person. I would have never gone to New York City just because, for no reason, but Mike would take me along, and I would have never gone to climb Mount Washington if he hadn't suggested, "Oh, we're going to this place, Tuckerman's Ravine. We're going to like conquer the world." And so I had many, many, many adventures, but one that I really remember about quite clearly is that he went and bought a windsurfer, and they had a country house up in the Laurentians where on the weekends we'd go and we'd play with his boat. Initially, it was just a lesson. It was something that, um, like I couldn't even get the sail out of the water. But as time wore on, I bought my own windsurfer. It was a windsurfer brand windsurfer, and I clearly remember the yellow sail as it contrasted in the sky. Eventually, I bought a harness which would allow me to just hang on for dear life as these gusting winds would just pull me at full speed across the water. I could remember the sound of the centerboard as it whistled, just at going at such a high speed. And at times, I would lean back so far back that my hair, that's right, I had hair back then, but my hair would just touch, the back of my head would touch the water as I was leaning in to the wind to have such a burst of energy, of adrenaline, of that really good feeling. And as time went on, I realized that the winds in summer in Montreal, around Montreal, were not always the greatest. And I started doing more adventurous things, driving to the East Coast, 5 hours away, just to be able to be on the ocean with waves sending me up into the air. I even remember one time as I set my boat out for a sail into the St. Lawrence. It was a gusty day. It was a very, very windy day that day. And the whitecaps were there. It was just wonderful. Like, that's what mastery is about, is waiting for that perfect wind, that perfect day, that perfect uh, wave to jump off of. In addition to which, we had the current of the St. Lawrence with all the stuff just churning up the fear, the adrenaline, that wonderful feeling coming back within that story. But that day was different than most days when I was out there. That day, I pulled the rope up to get the sail out of the water. And as I grabbed the rope, it snapped in half. And I could still see it as it started to sink, not reacting fast enough to be able to do anything with it. I was stranded. I tried numerous times, which even on a calm day would have been hard, to lift that sail out of the water. I could not do it. I tried to swim it back to shore, but the winds were gusting, dragging that big sail all the way downriver, almost dragging me quicker than I could breathe down the river. And I undid the sail. I tied it to the boat to give me at least some sense of relief. And I noticed some people trying to come to my rescue, but the winds were too strong, the waves were too big. And it was still a really good day. Eventually, I made it back to shore. I guess my friends who were waiting for me grabbed my car keys. They came and found me. We put the boat on the car. And I know that I made it 40 years later. I don't go sailing anymore. I have a kayak. I do enjoy being on the water. But I made it. Life has a way of supporting you. I did have a life jacket. I don't think anything bad really would have happened except that I may have ended up 20 miles downstream. And life is good that way. Life is really good. It always takes you to where you need to go. It always takes care of you somehow. It's made just for you to have an experience of confidence, of knowing, of trusting. How would I ever have any kind of faith if I had not had such an experience? And my friends told me once that I had a lot of courage, that I was really brave. It was easy for me to be brave. But I never saw it that way. I was just in some ways very lazy. And instead of trying to swim upstream against the current on a windy day, I just let the current take me. That was not courage. That's just me being me. And I remember also going downhill skiing. And we got to this really icy hill. It was one of those triple diamonds up in Vermont. And you knew that 3 diamonds, 4 diamonds, 5 diamonds were, especially if they were painted black, they were really dangerous. And the same friend, Mike, the one who introduced me to windsurfing, we had a lot of adventures together. But he would say, would you like to go back up? We could always walk back up to the main hill where there's the yellow squares or whatever they were, the baby hills, easy hills. And I thought, walking up, really? Is that what I want to do? No, I want to go down, even if it's icy. The end goal is down. I was just lazy. I did not want to walk up. That was just too much trouble. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm lazy in some ways, but it helped me to develop an art, a skill of manifestation. Because knowing that I could leverage the powers of the universe through my mind, through being clear and asking my mind to find the best way downstream to anything that I do want. That's where it starts. Am I super gifted in manifesting? Maybe yes, maybe no. But I say I'm really lazy, and I use laziness to my advantage. So if you're lazy or want to learn to be lazy, but are too lazy to not write down my address, my email, just send me a text. It's easy. And you could be lazy. And maybe let's have a chat. If I could help you to be lazier, I am the mind alchemist, and I could do that for you. Have a great day.